That's her problem. She tries to hold that little boy that doesn't cause no problems, no nothing, innocent child, okay? She tries to hold that over my head for a payment, okay?
Man, this just went from bad to worse and worse to even more worse. How did we go from you're holding my clothes to you put a knife in my neck?
We dated for 5 years.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
Well, how can you do that and not stay married but a year and a half?
Everything went bad after the marriage.
After you said I do, it went downhill from there instead of going uphill?
Right.
How did that happen?
It all began in the first part of our relationship. I found out that he was seeing one of his ex-girlfriends, which was a stripper.
The first part of the marriage?
The relationship. He was seeing, she was a stripper and he got her pregnant supposedly and she had to get an abortion. I should have known then not to even bother.
So this is why you were dating, all of this takes place?
Right.
Okay, so what happened, what was different after the marriage?
After the marriage, everything just got worse. His lies, his cheating, his promises.
So he continued to have affairs and continued to lie and be deceitful?
Yes.
But you stayed with him for 5 years before you said I do and promised to be with him forever?
Yes, I know.
So what's the difference?
He promised he would change and I saw changes in him. He was, you know, doing everything right for a while and then everything just went back downhill. It's like a routine.
Mr. Null, what do you have to say?
Well, Your Honor, first thing, she's a piece of dirt and a liar, okay?
Who's a piece of dirt?
She is.
She looks like a human being. To me, where's the dirt?
Well, here's the dirt.
You better hurry up and define it.
This started about 5 months ago.
Let me get something straight right now. Don't refer to your wife as a piece of dirt. She's a human being. You want to tell me that something that she does is dirty or you don't like it? Fine, but she's not a piece of dirt. She's a piece of flesh, just like you.
Well, it started about 5 months ago.
You could see that this guy just totally ignored the judge, no apologies, no consideration of advice or even taking the correction. He just quickly went by like what the judge said was totally irrelevant to his story and went back to saying what he was saying. It means that there's really strong animosity in this particular marriage, and we would like to find out what happened here.
I was sitting around one day talking about prostitution, right? So she gets this bright idea in her mind stating that she's going to call an escort agency to get a job.
Why are you having a discussion about prostitution?
We were just sitting around talking about it, me and her and a few people.
About how much money you can make in it?
Yeah, well, I guess she took it seriously, and that's what she decided to do.
So what are you talking about, Mrs. Null?
This is not true. This is all, I don't know what his problem is.
What
this
part
is not true? That I worked for an escort service.
He's made this up?
He's made this up. This is the way he's been.
No, wait a minute.
For 5 years.
Now, that's a pretty big line. Are you telling me just to come to court that he's made up a story?
He's made up a story because a friend of mine did it, so he assumed I did it.
Why
would he assume that you did it, Mrs. Null?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are you concocting a story to sound good?
I think she's lying, Your Honor. Okay, for instance, for one, I even shook her boss's hand.
Stop. Give me some proof, verification, facts that she was operating or working for an escort service.
She'd come home, she'd leave the house in the middle of cooking dinner, get into a stretch Lincoln with her boss, so-called her employer, all right? Then come home with money and then argue with me just to go out again on another call, just to leave.
Your Honor.
So would somebody call the house?
And she had money.
Would somebody call the house?
Yeah, they called the house. They called my cell phone to look for her just so she can go out on her little calls.
Give me your set of facts. He's concocting all of this and living in the world of make-believe?
He's always been like this,
always.
No,
this is too far-fetched and too much fantasy.
Tell the truth.
For some reason, I believe the guy. To be honest, the lady is denying it, but she hasn't really brought out proof that whatever he's saying is a lie. This guy has very detailed accounts of events that happened, and these details sound very reasonable for a husband to suspect that his wife is literally cheating and selling her body for money. But let's see if she has a way to counter these things in court.
You're telling me that this man has walked into this court, that there's never been anybody to come to your house in a stretch limousine?
No,
that
never.
You've never gotten into a limousine and left your house?
Never.
You've never come back with money in your hands?
Never.
And you've never worked for an escort service?
Never.
He just thinks that because your friend did?
Right. And she's still doing it.
Well, did you go with your friend?
No, I didn't. I drove her once.
Oh, now we're going to get there.
I drove her car.
You drove your friend once? How
Right.
many times?
Once.
Now, when you drove your friend, what'd you drive your friend in?
She had her car.
And where did you drive her to?
To a house, I don't know. I drove her to a house, waited outside for her. She said that she didn't feel comfortable doing whatever she was doing, so I waited outside for her.
And you're going to sit here and
So
lie
you
to a
sat in the
judge.
car while she went inside and performed sexual acts?
Whatever she did, I don't know what she did. Yes.
And you drove her over?
Supposedly she does massages. That's what she does.
And that's what she told you?
Yes.
And you drove her over there to do massages?
Yes.
But she doesn't feel comfortable doing massages. Why? People do massages all the time.
Well,
I
don't-
guess she needed someone
Mrs.
to look
No.
out for.
Mrs. No. I don't think you're being honest with me. I really don't. And I think you think that I can't think too well.
Clearly, this lady is hiding something. Like, the whole statement is so vague, and it's just no, 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 no. Okay, give us a proof. Why do you think this guy thinks of you as a cheater? Why do you think this guy thinks that you're selling your body for money? Why does he think so? For the fact that you already have a friend that does this as a full-time job, doing the whole massaging and the whole happy ending type of massages, I guess, that's enough room for the man to feel like you're into the same line of business. So convince us, tell us something that makes sense, that shows that you are actually not doing it. It sounds so vague, and the fact that she has also escorted her friend to go get some massage and do the happy ending thing, you drove her there and you drove her back. Interesting. It just makes her whole statement look like a fabricated story, to be honest.
Now, you think I'm gonna buy that? You just drove your friend to do something, massages that she didn't feel comfortable doing, and you sat outside and waited for her. Why wouldn't she feel comfortable doing a massage? Is she a masseuse?
Yes.
So why
She's
wouldn't she feel
licensed.
comfortable doing her job?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
And she's your friend.
Yes.
And you drove her just one time.
Yes, once.
There's more.
And no, you've never gone with her again.
No.
And she didn't tell your husband that you've done that.
No.
So your husband just lives in a fantasy world?
And yes, he does.
This is a
because-
man you've lived with for 6 years?
Yes.
You ever known him to tell these kind of big stories before?
Oh, yes.
Like what?
Like I was on crack. I was a drug addict. I was a prostitute on 27th Street. All kinds of stuff. He's told my family. So.
Mr. Null, you have any other evidence of this?
I know that how can she be driving somebody when she's riding in the back of a car all dressed up with a blow dryer and makeup and brush and toothbrush
She
and
left out of
everything.
the house with all of that?
Oh yeah, and a bag full. Just ready to go, get the job done.
There's nothing in the court papers that says that she did that, but I do have something here that says you abandoned her for your 42-year-old lover. Now, what is that all about?
See, that's about with this escort service. I had left her and I had told her I was leaving her because she was being an escort, and I was not going to be with the person that was
That was giving
dishonest.
her body to everybody else.
There you go, and I couldn't even have it. So why would I want to be with a person that couldn't make me feel like a man? She makes me feel like a piece of dirt. I'm like garbage to her. I'm a worm.
So here's another indication that the guy is telling the truth. For the fact that the lady is also hoarding sex from him and is not getting his full sexual satisfaction from his wife already shows that she's either getting it elsewhere or she has a thing against him. You know, it's very okay for women to shut down when they are fighting with their husband, but it becomes suspect when you don't just give him out of for no reason and all. He has not said that in the courtroom, but he has complained that he is not getting the sexual desires and the sexual advancement from his wife, which means she might be getting it elsewhere.
I hope he's happy, but you know what? He needs to stay. Stop calling my house, where I'm living now, causing problems with my boyfriend, telling my boyfriend, let me talk to my wife.
Well, I think that you're still his wife, and I think that you're still her husband, and because the two of you went off into new relationships before you ended
Right
an
now, we
old
have a
one,
no
you've
contact
created-
order from a
but
judge.
you haven't ended this relationship by divorce. So you went off into a new one and set up home before you ended the first one.
Right, I understand that, but we have
So
a no
that always
contact
creates
order.
problems, and you have to contact each other. You have a son.
But we have, from a judge,
doesn't
we
even
have
let
a
me
no
see my
contact
son. I
You
order.
haven't
know
seen
what?
my son
no
for a month.
contact orders.
For a month?
A month, I haven't seen my son.
I brought him to you last week. You were so
You're
drunk.
lying,
on
Nadia.
another
Stand up.
tangent,
You're lying.
please.
Well, there's some things that she owes me. She owes me $830 for all my possessions that she
And
had
why
took
does she
from
owe
me.
you that?
Because she took them from me and wouldn't let me have them back.
Like what?
Like my TV, my PlayStation, which is worth $200. My TV's worth $200. My tables are worth $180. My clothes. She wouldn't even give me my clothes back. And then when I went to go get my stuff, she told me that she would throw me in jail again. And then she still owes me for a bed that my mother gave me that was $150.
So you moved out of the house and left everything there?
I've been moved for 5 months, and she took everything. She would not give me nothing back. I had to go buy new clothes, new stuff, new furniture, everything. She has not even attempted to give me anything back.
Mrs. No, what about that? Or is he dreaming about that too?
Okay, no. The TV he got out of the garbage. Okay?
Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
Does it run?
No.
So why do you have it?
Why do I have it?
That was my question.
Because I was going to take it to go get it fixed or give it back because I found out that he can have the TV back.
Well, if it's such garbage, why are you fighting over it?
I'm not fighting over it.
Then why won't you give it to him?
He can have it. He never asked me for anything. He left for work and left everything there. I told him to come pick up his stuff.
You're lying. I told you I wanted all my stuff back, and you never gave my stuff back to me.
I saved
okay, so you're
for
just
a
lying.
month.
All right?
Hold it.
I know that this thing is kind of like a very aged court show. You know, this one is one of those old episodes, and maybe there was no WhatsApp evidence or message evidence to show that he asked for these things and she was holding these things. But you guys can't just come to court and just do yes say, this one said and this one said, without any evidence to show that whatever this one is saying or whatever this one is accusing this one of is actually true. So we don't even know which statement to even go with in this particular case, because everybody is accusing everybody and it's just all chaos in the courtroom.
If he can have it, we got that issue resolved. What about his other items? Why
The
haven't you given them
PlayStation
back?
my father bought. Okay?
That's a lie. I have a receipt for that.
Anybody have a receipt?
I have a receipt at home.
Well, good. Keep it at home.
At home.
And let your father or whoever's at home make the decision. I'm not there.
The clothes, I dropped my son off. I told him you can have your clothes if you pay me $50. We made an agreement.
He doesn't have to
$50
pay
a
you
week.
$50 for
No,
his clothes.
to see his son, and I'll bring his clothes. I brought his clothes in
She's
two
never
bags.
brought me any clothes.
I
All
dropped
my
him off
clothes
at one
I've
of
had
his
to
friend's
bought and
house.
paid for brand new.
Mrs. No, whether he ever gives you, you're going to sell your son? Sell your son for $50.
I'm telling
Visitation
you-
with your son, his son, your son. Pay me $50, see your son, and I'll give you your clothes?
See, that's her problem.
You're selling
No.
your child?
That's her
told
problem. She
him-
tries to hold that little boy that doesn't cause no problems, no nothing, innocent child, okay? She tries to hold that over
That
my
little
head
boy saw his
for a
father put a
payment.
knife to
For
my
a
neck,
payment, okay?
So
Man, this just went from bad to worse and worse to even more worse. The whole case is getting even more toxic in the courtroom. How did we go from you're holding my clothes to you put a knife in my neck?
That's
Don't
what it's
even
all
try
about,
it,
a
because I
payment.
don't wanna bring
if you're
any of
so
that
busy
stuff
about
up.
your money, Nadia,
Okay?
you got a job,
I don't want
right?
to bring up any of the
Well,
stuff
do you go
that
to
you've
work?
done to me.
A knife to your throat?
Yes.
Is that why you're leaving him? Tell me that. That makes more sense than saying that he changed after 6 years or he was cheating on me. Didn't seem like you all had a good relationship in the beginning. When did he put a knife to your
she's
throat?
ran me over with a car, and I got
Oh,
evidence
here
to
we
prove
go.
it. Here you go, look at my hand. Here's my
Tit
hand, here's
for
my
tat.
finger. She's ran me over.
Okay,
You
I'm-
broke
Ran
that
me
finger on
over.
my head.
Ran me over.
Okay, you broke
okay,
that
with
finger
a car.
on my head. Okay?
All right, let's not.
Man, this is total chaos in the courtroom. One is accusing one of a knife to her throat. The other one is accusing the one of trying to run her over with a car. But here's the key thing. This man did deny it in court. So here are the allegations. The man is abusive, the woman is selling her body, and these two guys are married, and they have a son. How will this boy grow up with this kind of parents? It's a question.
Ran me over.
Okay, you broke that
with
finger
a car.
on my head. Okay?
All right, let's not decide and go back and forth and see who punished each other and who harmed each other the worst. It seems like you all
You know
have
why
really
I
been.
haven't left him?
This has been really one big mess. And you have a son, and both of you trying to harm each other.
No.
I just want to be away from her. I just want to be
Stay away from
over.
her. You're already
I am
away.
away from her, and
Why are you
I don't even
calling me?
contact her. I just want to see my little boy
Let me
every once
stay-
in a while.
You go to another court. That's not before this court today.
And she can't. She calls my house all the time. She
Mr.
called
Null,
me and
let's
asked me
stay with
about
the
my
clothes.
bicycle.
Why won't you give him his clothes?
I gave him his clothes. I don't have his
She's
clothes.
lying.
I
I
gave
have
him
no
his
clothes that she has given me.
What do you
None.
say? What did you tell him about his clothes?
I told him that I'll drop them off when I bring my son.
For a
If
month.
Okay.
he gives you $50.
No, that's just what
She's
was
lying,
in
Your
the
Honor.
conversation. I'm
No,
telling you
she's
everything
lying.
that was in
Told
the
me-
conversation.
well, now you
Shut
need-
up.
Look at her. She's
Okay?
lying.
I am not
Look at her.
lying.
Mrs. No, Mr. No.
I gave you your ripped up shorts that you cut with a weed eater and everything else that you wanted. Why would I want
Okay,
that
Nadia,
crap?
you don't have to lie. We're in court. Tell the truth. Come on, be honest for once in your life.
I gave him his clothes.
Mrs. No, you told me before you all went off on the knife and the running over by the car and all that other vicious, violent crimes you've perpetrated on each other. I certainly hope both of you are doing something about your conduct and behavior before you kill each other and leave a son without a father or a mother.
he's
That's
Because
why
it
I
sounds
left,
like
Your
that's
Honor.
where you're about to go.
No.
But you said to me that you told him that you'd bring him his clothes if he gave you $50. Now, that came out of your mouth.
No, I told him, it did come out
Now
of my
you're
mouth
lying
like
again.
that. No,
Mr.
why don't
No,
you
be
shut
quiet.
up?
The fact that she can easily switch up on her statement in court really shows how much of a genuine, honest lady she is. To be honest, she has been saying so many stuff in court and denying a lot in court. So how much can we take as truth and how much can we take as lies? She literally said this thing and switched up immediately, but it was all caught in camera and everybody was a witness.
I told him, it did come out
Now
of my
you're
mouth
lying
like
again.
that. No,
Mr.
why don't
No,
you
be
shut
quiet.
up?
Mrs. No, don't do that.
Okay,
I think I can handle it.
okay, I'm sorry.
And if I can't, Joe certainly can. What about the tables?
Tables, I sold them for $50.
Oh, so now we finally agree. Do you agree that she sold them and you don't know what happened to those?
I don't know what happened to those.
So why didn't you sell his clothes if you needed the money for rent?
I didn't have his clothes. I gave him his
Now
clothes.
she don't have the clothes.
I
Of
said,
course
why
she
didn't
had
you
the
sell
now
his
you don't have
clothes
them.
if you needed
Because they
money for
weren't
rent?
sellable, Your Honor.
Tommy Hilfiger's not sellable, Your
Tommy
Honor.
Hilfiger? What?
I don't care whose figure it is. I'm not impressed. You stand up here telling me that you didn't have enough money to pay the rent and you couldn't take care of your son and you had to sell tables for $50, but yet you go throw around some designer's clothing name and I'm supposed to be impressed? Sounds like you're stupid to me.
She's never
you spend
paid
that kind
the
of
rent
money
anyways.
on clothes and can't pay
For
rent.
6 years I supported her and that child.
You gotta make it
6
7
years.
times.
We're not
okay?
talking about 6 years. I'm only talking about the fact that I'm not impressed by the titles of your clothes. If you're talking about rent unpaid for 3 months and
She's
she has
lying.
your son over there.
She's lying.
No, you
I
left me
offered to
with
take my
eviction
son.
notice.
She's just mad because I wouldn't take her back because of the way she is.
I kicked you
This
out.
honest woman is who
I
she
told
is and
you to
how she
leave.
is.
You know what? And I'm about to kick both of you out. You're about 2 seconds from it.
She's dishonest. Your
Mr.
Honor.
Null, you've told me that. Don't tell me it again. Now, the two of you get to yelling and screaming at each other like you just did. Both of you are getting out of my court without a decision of any kind. You don't believe me? Try me. I'm from the Missouri state. I'll show you. I am really not convinced that you took those clothes back over there. I'm really not convinced that you did. If you didn't take the tables back, if you didn't take the TV back, why would you take the clothes back? This is my ruling. I didn't ask you to answer. You already gave me your answer. But I'm not convinced. That's what I said.
The answer she gave was the initial answer. That was actually the more genuine answer. The fact that she didn't actually take the clothes back, but she told him that he could pay $50 for the clothes back. That was her first answer before going off and denying it. I think that's the more honest answer than whatever the judge is taking as the answer.
You can keep talking another 30 hours and it probably still won't convince me. Because I know how people act when they're angry. If you kept the table and the TVs and the PlayStation, why would you just nicely take the clothes? And you started out saying that I told him if he gives me the money, he could have the clothes, and he didn't give me the money. And I cut you off, but I heard all of that because I listen well. So I don't know where they are, but either you come up with the clothes or you give him $150. And that's the order of the court. $150 for the clothing, $90 for the table, and give him back the raggedy TV that doesn't work that you said he can have. That's the order of the court. Court is adjourned.
To be honest, the whole case is a mess, and the fact that everything is just based on her holding his clothes is surprising to me. That's the whole verdict in the courtroom. You guys have talked about how you guys want to literally unalive each other. You've talked about her cheating and even going out with other men and selling her body. She has talked about him dating a 42-year-old and leaving her. The whole marriage is a big mess, and it's all for the fact that he wants his clothes. That's the more pissing part of this whole thing. It's not like they have a bigger case. It's not like he's in court because he wants more custody of his child, even though he wants that, but that's not the whole purpose of them being in court. It's just a big chaos, and the $150 won't solve their problem, to be honest. They still need to co-parent and raise that boy, and the boy is the victim of this whole thing. The little boy is the victim of this whole thing because his mom and his dad are both unreasonable beings that are just too deep into their own mess that they can't come out of it and be bigger parents. But I hope they learn from this. I hope they learn to co-parent together, even though they don't literally want to see themselves. And I hope they learn. You know, it's just all about them learning. Tell me what you think about this whole case. I'll go by the name East Coast Prince. This is East Coast Talks, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.